Hi guys, I'm super excited. I finally got my first YouTube video up and I've wanted to do it for a long time, so I'm just glad that I just conquered my nerves, did it. This look is just kind of like a really quick kind of go-to face for just like a fresh look. So I guess that's my go-to fresh face. Nude lip and no shadow, just a little mascara and some liner. But to me, the most important thing, and the thing that took the longest, of course, is the brows, because without the brows, the face is pretty much nothing. But before I got into the video, I really just wanted to show you the lip combo I'm wearing. I magically lost the footage. I guess that's a part of my learning curve. I magically lost the footage. So the top is really cruddy. But this, the main color is this. And I showed you the liner in the video, my well-used liner. But this one is by Wet n Wild. Color looks like that. And this is the name, Bear It All, 902C by Wet n Wild, Bear It All. I think this is probably my favorite of all the ones I have, and I have like, I don't know, if there's 9, I have 8, you know? So there's that. So this one is RK by Ruby Kisses. I got this one in my local beauty supply store. They're like either $2.99 or $3.99, something like that, and it kind of varies from beauty supply to beauty supply. But it's just this kind of pinkish nude. I guess on some people it will be a pinkish nude. On me it's kind of pink. So I usually use it with the Bear It All, because the Bear It All is kind of beige, and on my skin tone or my lip color kind of has like a white creamy look, which it's not a good look really. So I just add a little bit of this, mix it around just to give it that more of a pinky nude than that peachy nude. So this color is called Rosy Pink. And there's so many pinks, that's why I want to make sure I show you. Is when you go there, it's like a rainbow of colors. And on top, just because I wasn't feeling a matte lip today, I actually dredged this up from the bottom of one of my purses. I've had it forever and a day. There's actually, if you look inside, there's not really much left. But this is the Sally Hansen Diamond 12-Hour Lip Treatment. It's not plumping or anything because A, my lips are big enough, and B, I hate the feeling of those tingly minty ones. But the color on this is, oh, it's at the bottom, Engaging. So I just wanted to come through, say hi, say welcome to my channel, say congratulations to myself for actually conquering my fear and doing this, as awkward as it is right now. Literally sitting down in a room talking to myself. I'll get over it. And I definitely wanted to show you the lip combo, seeing as how I must have deleted it or it didn't record. Anyways, get into the video. Okay, so to start off, I'm gonna use this eyebrow pencil. This one is by Kiss, and it has a spoolie on the end, and I'm just brushing my brow hairs into place. Here I'm filling in with the brown pencil. I typically draw a line under the brow and then fill in. I found with this pencil that there is really no need to be light-handed or make hair-like strokes, because the pencil is very hard, and so the color, you know, it goes on easily. Here you can see I'm just blending the top line and erasing all the edges. Next, for concealer, I'm gonna go in to conceal my brows and clean up with this LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in Fawn. I usually just take that and pretty much trace underneath where I want the brow to be when I'm done. Cleaning up any of the messed up pencils. And guys, I'm so sorry. This is my first video and I have blocked out a good bit of it with this mirror that I'm holding. I'm just taking my concealer brush. This one is by Bare Minerals. I randomly had, and it has a little bit of product on there, so I just like mold it into the shape I like to blend and basically just diffuse the edges of the concealer. I've never actually done my makeup in a handheld mirror before. I only realized that when trying to film this video. And then I use my fingers to further diffuse the concealer. Doing the left side is super awkward. Saw when I said awkward. Looks good to me. And so I'm going to move on to the next one. And this concealer I'm going to use for the top. It's the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Toast. And I'm just showing you that it's my skin tone here. And that's why I use it to conceal over the top. So I'm just putting a little bit there just for easy access. A lot of the video you only have one side because I've blocked out the other side, so I cut the footage out. And I'm just giving the excess concealer to today's hyperpigmentation, or the spot of the day. And I'm blending out the rest with that same concealer brush. Looks good. Alright, back to the fawn. I'm using that on my lid because we're not doing any shadows, we're not doing anything fancy. This is just our really quick face. And so we're gonna go on to the skin. I've devised this new method that works for me. So I use my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the orange corrector to counteract the hyperpigmentation on my face. This stops me from using excess foundation. So I'm just putting that in the darkest areas because my entire face has hyperpigmentation. So there's no spots to conceal. I have to conceal my whole face. And I do it together with the primer that I'm using, which is this NYX Photo Loving Primer. So I put about this much, but for my whole face. And then I blend it all in together with my hands. And it gives me an overall blurring effect from like an orange base primer. At this point, I'm just going in to do the mustache and, you know, any extra areas that are peeking out as super dark. I haven't done under the eyes yet. I kind of do that more along the lines with my foundation. So here's the foundation, Revlon Color Stay for combination oily skin in the color 410 Cappuccino. Right now I'm putting dots all over my face. Sometimes I use a brush, sometimes I use my hands. I don't know, it just depends on my mood. So when I do use my hands though, it looks more like skin. And for that reason, I would say this was my everyday makeup. You know, only because I use my hands and the skin looks more skin-like, I guess. So I'm just blending it all in, taking care not to ruin my eyebrows, which sometimes anyways goes away when you use powder. And I'm making sure I blend along my double chin, and that way I know that my jawline is adequately blended. So here I'm taking my blending sponge, which is damp, and by damp I mean I took it to the sink, I saturated it with water. You know, you squeeze and let it in about 10 times and then wring the rest of the water out, making it damp. back to the color corrector for the under eye darkness. And whoa. So I'm just gonna spread that to the other side and then blend it out with the same blending sponge. I do tend to go above the eyelid without wearing shadow. It can kind of look dark there, so I go on with the eyelid also. And I'm using the back end of the blending sponge with the residual foundation to help me balance out the colors. Now I'm highlighting. I typically don't do the two concealer bit where you conceal and then highlight. I just do one thing, and I never go over the nose or around the mouth or whatever. To me, it doesn't suit my face shape, and I've got a giant forehead, so you see how I just did that little, the tree, I only did it between my eyes and not my eyebrows, I mean, and not onto my forehead. When you blend, it kind of goes there, you know. And I stayed kind of a little bit down from the eye because when you blend, it blends up under the eye. And I'm going around all the edges of that highlighting concealer. That's the same fawn. Going around all the edges with the residual foundation. Just showing you guys my powder brush, which is from e.l.f. So soft. I love it. It's the e.l.f. powder brush. They're kind of like rickety, so I secured mine with Gorilla Glue. I like it. So for powder, I'm using the Revlon Color Stay, and this is just to set my highlight color, obviously. And it has a handy dandy mirror under there that I'm gonna try to use. So packing that highlight color under my eyes, on top of my eyelids, and on my forehead. And if you notice, I don't go all the way out to the hairline because of my face shape. I'm using the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, is what that said. And that's just going to be to apply the same color, but under the underbrow highlight. Yeah, I like it. I'm a blending freak, so I just blend, and any excess, that's what I'll drag down. So I'm using the BH Studio Pro. This is a gem to me. It was like $4, $6, whatever, when it's not on sale. It's the shade 255. And listen, this stuff is so good. I like switched from my MAC and I just use that because who has $31 to spend every time? So I'm using that as my all over face powder. And I'm taking care to go around the edges of that white or lighter colored powder and make sure it's blended. That's why I keep going side to side so I can see my whole face. Now I'm going back over my brows, putting them back into place because I know I lost some of them like I always do. And I'm just gonna reapply the arches of the eyebrows because I tend to lose that when I do my powder. So I always have to check back. Does anybody else have that problem? I don't know. Must just be me. Comment down below and let me know if that's everybody's struggle. And I'm going back in with the damp beauty blender to kind of set everything in place, stop it from moving. Now I'm gonna bronze with the CoverGirl bronzer in Ebony Bronze, and I'm using this fluffy contour brush. I'm just showing you this like fluffy. I use one end to contour from the top of my ear to the corner of my lip, and then I use the pointy end if I'm ever gonna highlight. Today, not highlighting, but just so you know. And I'm doing the other side. So straight down from the tip of my ear to the corner of my lip. Here I'm slowing it down for you so that you can see in real time how I'm blending in circular motions for the forehead, and you know, kind of like to turn your highlight your contour into your blush. I'm using this blending brush from BH Cosmetics, which I cut. Like, I spread it out and then I cut all around the corners to give me more of a tapered brush, so that I could go into the corners for my contour on my eyes. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just contouring my eyes and my nose. Basically the parts I want on my face to recede. The highlight brings forward and the contour causes the shadows. Which I definitely want these cheek hollows of my cheeks to recede. Alright, for the eyes I'm using Wet n Wild Fergie liner in the color Little Black Dress and any old eyeliner. I learned that trick from Makeup Geek. So I just dipped the eyeliner inside of the cream liner and then I use that as the brush instead of the brush that it came with, because I don't like that. I think she uses a pencil, but this is a felt tip one that never really worked well for me. So I just dip the felt tip inside of that cream liner and then I use it to line my eyes. I had to cut my applying mascara out. I'm sorry guys, because I blocked the entire view of my face with the mirror. I was so upset. But I figure you guys probably know already how to apply mascara and you'll be okay if I didn't include it. Here I'm struggling to do the other eye. It's always awkward on the other eye. See, I just poked myself in the eye. Can't see nothing. Now that I've wiped my tears, I'm just showing you the mascara that I used. And for the lips, I'm using another Wet n Wild product. That's their liner in dark brown and 902C Wet n Wild lipstick. Alright, so here's some pictures to show you the final look. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I lost that footage or if I even recorded it. Like, maybe my camera cut off. I have no idea. Anyway, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed making this video. It was super fun for me to do. And I'm really excited to have some more looks coming up. If you like, comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. That will really help me to make good content. Like and subscribe.